Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the All Things Spiritual Telesummit, a spiritual buffet of food for your body, your mind, and your soul. I'm your host, Rev Lisa Giroux, and it's my great honor that you have made the choice to be here now. What you're about to experience is 21 days of spiritual information that you can use for life transformation. I know people are sometimes challenged by the thought of life transformation. It's very, very frightening, and I certainly sympathize with you as I have experienced that fear of change in my own life. But we kind of have designed these wonderful, amazing, enlightening spiritual teachers and healers and leaders from around the world. We've designed this to be casual. It's just a conversation between friends. And the information that you receive will speak directly to you and allow you to take in this spiritual nourishment and assimilate it, digest and use that which is beneficial for you, and the rest you can let go. But what we're doing is creating a habit for co-creating and creating a divine life. And what I mean by a divine life is that we are opening up to a realm of awareness that is greater than anything we've ever experienced. Or we're even going deeper into a practice that we may already have. So we are just having conversations together. Have a cup of tea, have a glass of water, relax, and enjoy this information that's coming your way. Most of the calls are videos. There are a couple of audios, and they're all less than an hour. They're somewhere between 35 and 50 minutes, I believe. So take the time for yourself to really delve in, and for the next 21 days, what we're doing is we're creating this habit. We don't get rid of bad habits. What we do is we fill our life up with better practices, better habits. And the habit to embark upon your subjective spiritual journey is one of the most important choices you can make in this lifetime. We are creating more freedom so that we can shine in our life. And I want you to shine in your life. So a couple of things that I want to set the intention. You'll notice in most of the conversations that we're having, a couple I had to take out of the studio here and put them in the other room because of internet connections. But most of the time, we had set an intention and we lit a candle. And you'll notice here, I have our candle that we're going to light together. And it's my great desire for this telesummit to help you access an inner experience that is peaceful, that is purposeful, that opens you up to a prosperity of great health, wonderful experience within your body, your mind, and your soul. We kind of see this as a trio of teachings where we are seeing us as the whole package. Not just the physical realm of the body, but we want to super nourish that and keep that supported. And not just the mind that is the brain, but the greater mind that is the tool that allows the interplay between the soul and the body, the spirit, the unknown, the unseen realm, which is just as important as what we are perceiving with our five senses. So just take a breath now and get really relaxed. And take this time for yourself. As we just ask that this be a blessing as it is intended. We light this candle to represent all the things that we don't know or understand. It is the mysterious, the unknown. It's our willingness to begin to open up to this mystical realm and to allow it to work for our benefit. As we choose to heal ourselves, it reverberates outward and we see shift occurring upon the planet. So like the inside, so like the outside. As above, so below. And we are making a conscious choice to heal our broken hearts, to love ourselves just as we are, to forgive ourselves just as we are in this very human realm, so that we can love, forgive, and have compassion for all our fellow travelers. That's really what this is all about. So I want to thank you for being here. And we're going to jump right in with my little portion of the Telesummit. So have your cup of tea. You'll probably see a lot more of me than you may desire. Focus on the guest, and I will let you know now I kind of move a lot in these interviews moving forward because of my enthusiasm with the information that they're sharing. So have an open mind and an open heart and receive this teaching now. So we created the All Things Spiritual Telesummit so that you can shine in your life. And what that means for me and the way that I explained it in our introduction is that SHINE is an acronym. And I'm going to quickly go through the acronym with you, and it kind of correlates to the ebook that is my gift to you called The Simplicity of Spirituality. In the All Things Spiritual Telesummit, we've created a sumptuous buffet of information that you can use for life transformation, no matter what age you are. In this realm, we believe that shift is always possible, and that through shifting our thoughts, we begin to open up to a greater experience. We recognize the power of our thoughts, and we want to begin to use them for our benefit. And the way that we do that is to create what I call a spiritual sanctuary. The spiritual sanctuary is this space within ourselves. It is the foundation practice in Simplicity of Spirituality that is our meditative practice. It's the communion between the unknown and the known. It's the interplay between the physical and the non-physical. And it all begins with what is called the intelligent breath. The intelligent breath is just this awareness that we're breathing. That's what sparks the divine within us. I'm breathing, and I'm really glad that I'm breathing. Because as I like to say, if we are not expanding, growing, and creating, then we're really no longer in this existence, and we don't need our breath work practice anymore. So the breath is the most important gift that we give ourselves in this realm of making the connection to the intelligence, the mysterious, the unknown, the God force, the Christ consciousness, the creator, the universal force, the unified field, however you choose to language it. And we bring it into this body with awareness. And every atom, every molecule, every quark, every lepton, every nanoparticle that makes up the entire universe begins to become entrained. And what that means is it begins to resonate in sympathy, in symphony, in harmonic occurrence that allows us to really be here now. The intelligent breath is very simple to use. Now, although there are a million different ways to breathe, we're just talking about focusing on the breath. Just breathing in, expansion, breathing out, release. As we move along in our spiritual practice, we recognize that there are many different ways that we can use breath. But for this application, for us who are just beginning our journey into the subjective realm, this pathway to peace of mind, we just want to be aware that we're breathing. And that strengthens us on all levels. It moves us from the stress response where chaos and drama and criticism and judgment and blah exists to the inner realm where all is well. We focus on that. We focus on that. And I want to encourage you for the next 21 days, as you'll see in the daily grid, which is also my gift to you, to just begin to take about 3 90-second micro-meditative moments in your life, where you just surrender what's out there and you just breathe in here and imagine this channel of energy that permeates all things and all beings everywhere. And just breathe and be. And that allows us to begin to shine. This creates that spiritual sanctuary within. And let that be. The H in our shine is the healthy alternatives. We have been force-fed many things that may not be the best for us. And we always get to choose. This is free will practice. What our spiritual practice really does ultimately is it creates freedom. Freedom. Even if we are imprisoned, if we are in our right mind, the capital M mind, we have freedom, ultimate freedom. And so the healthy alternatives that we're sharing with you are of the body, of the mind, and the spirit. And not only are we talking about healthy as in to have health, which we want more of in ever-increasing moments, and these teachings, tools, and techniques that you're about to receive in the next 21 days will strengthen you in that manner. But some of the alternatives that we're thinking about are things of perception and moving towards alternatives in our thoughts, in our beliefs, in the paradigm. Would you be willing to take 4 nickels for your paradigm? And what that means is that we get stuck in our thoughts. Thoughts become things. They are the outer expression of an experience that we're having out there, but they also have an impact on our physical body. If we're worried, if we're distressed continuously, the body begins to break down. And we can talk about supernourishment, and we will moving forward. But some of the alternatives that I want to share with you also come from simplicity of spirituality. The number 1 pillar in the simplicity of spirituality, if we are building our spiritual house, and we are, which is our sanctuary, the healthy alternatives become these 4 pillars that I want to share with you. The first being the grace of gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The power of gratitude to enhance our life is well known, well documented, well experienced. If you have not chosen to allow gratitude to raise your latitude, I'm encouraging you now. If the only prayer we ever say is thank you, thank you, thank you, then it is enough. Gratitude allows us to have enough in our life, even if all we have is this breath in this moment in time. We think, which is a problem, we think that all of the outer trappings will make us happy. But all they really do is put us on this voracious roller coaster to accumulate more. And I'm not saying that more isn't a wonderful thing, because as we open up this realm, we want to open up to the things that are even better and better and better. So the healthy alternatives that we're choosing now will enhance our life, our body frequency, and it will make everything more delicious in our life. So the tidbits would be the grace of gratitude, self-forgiveness. And I go in depth in this in a couple of teachings that you may hear on this All Things Spiritual Telesummit. But our need to forgive ourselves first for all that we have created is the second pillar to our spiritual house, which is our sanctuary from out there. So we forgive ourselves with 4 simple statements. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. We say them to ourselves first. We say them to ourselves first so then we can say them to everybody else, always, for everything, no matter what. We're human. We're going to mess up. Fall down 7. Get up 8. I often think to myself and say to my clients, I screwed up yesterday 100 times, and today maybe only 99. And because of those mess ups, I have to quickly move into my self-forgiveness practice. And the reason why we start with gratitude is because gratitude raises us up and we feel so good that we can begin to then have self-awareness. And part of our self-awareness practice is realizing all the times that we've really messed up. And to love ourselves enough to forgive ourselves just as we are here and now, so that we can love and forgive all our fellow travelers who are broken too. This begins to strengthen us on a very profound level. So 1,000 times today, after your gratitude practice of thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for this breath. Thank you for this body. Thank you for this amazing experience. Thank you for my job. Thank you for wherever I live, that I am safe and free. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Then you can begin to look at, thank you for the time I got fired. Thank you for the time that fool left me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then we begin to go into, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me. Because at some point in my frequency, I was vibrating that experience into my life. It was my choice, and I want to respond with ability and with reasonableness. And our self-forgiveness practice allows us to respond with ability, take full responsibility for everything we've created, and choose to be reasonable in what we're going to do about it moving forward. So the next healthy alternative would be our third pillar, which would be the recognition of the universal laws and how they're always working on our behalf. These laws work for us and on our behalf, whether we recognize it or not. As we awaken and we realize, I didn't know what I didn't know. That's the aha moment. Wow, I've been living in the dark. Then we can begin to see as we come to consciousness, come to awakeness, come to awareness, that there is an interplay, an action, and a giving, and a taking, and aligning, and allowing, and a receiving, that the universal laws teach us. Of course, everyone's heard of the universal law of attraction. But there's the law of resonance. There's the law of gravity. There's the law of give and take. There's the law of empathy, compassion. All of these laws that are reverberating out there, and the universe is always conspiring on our behalf if we believe it is a friendly place. Or it's conspiring against us if we believe the universe is an unfriendly place. And it's giving us exactly what we're vibrating. We are a microcosm of the macrocosm. So the laws, the universal laws, the God force, the God source, however you language it, we are now in a position to say, this is what I really want. And guide me, guard me, give me the steps, the tools, the energy, the frequency to receive the belief in my worthiness. So the third pillar of those universal laws, and I go more in depth to them in the Simplicity of Spirituality there, is a tool. These are all tools that you can use. And the universe wants, first, our awakeness, our shining light, so that it can work for us, okay? And then the fourth pillar would be seeing everything as sacred. I call this one sacred space, sacred sound, sacred silence. Be still and know. We are now having a higher level of understanding about the divine perfection that is in all beings. The sacred space that is in here is out here. 365, above and below, center and within. The sacred sounds are the mantras that we use, the affirmations that we use, the prayers that we use, the communion that we use, the words that we use. Remember, words are powerful. Remember that old lie that said, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. We know that those are lying. We know how powerful words are. So we are now choosing to think, feel, know, speak, and affect, shift on the planet from this place. If we are saying but feeling something different, if it's incongruent, if I'm saying that I love you, but you're not feeling that, go with what you're feeling, because people will use words in an untrustworthy way, in a way that's not beneficial. Sacred space, sacred sounds, sacred silence, be still and know. From our silence practice, we begin to expand into even more and greater experience here and now. So become even more shiny. We want to integrate these practices. And what integration means is that we are fully expressing the truth of who we are. We're taking in knowledge. We're running it through our energetic system. We're not just wandering around in our heads like big, giant walking candy apples. We're being grounded in our body. We're grounding down into the earth, because that's how we get this information to work for us. Just because we know something, people know things all the time. People are like walking encyclopedias. But to integrate it into the body system, it then becomes useful to us. And as it becomes useful to us, we become useful to others in a helpful way, not just useful idiocy that we see so much of now. This information is now becomes common practice. as opposed to, yeah, I know. I'm sure you've had conversations with someone where you were trying to explain and they know. They're so full of information that you can't explain anything to them. So we want to get this information into the bodyscape, because then every atom, every molecule, every quark is vibrating this truth, power, love, light, forgiveness, compassion, fun. It's supposed to be fun. This is a fully integrated person. Integration. It's our daily practice of awakening a bit more to who we really are, who we are really meant to be. To be integrated means to be in coherence with the truth of who we are, not what everybody else wanted. Oh, I wanted you to be a doctor. Oh, you should have been this. Oh, you should have been that. Or I became this, that, or the other because it's what my parents wanted, and yada, yada, yada. When we're fully integrated, we step away from the you should be this, you should do that, into I can, I am. I can, I am. And what do I want to create now? Always fluid, always in the flow, always moving forward, relieving ourselves of the burdens of the past, forgiving ourselves for all of that. Being here, present, which moves us into the N in our shine, which is be here now. The only power point that we have in this lifetime is the now. This is the only moment that you and I, this is the only moment in life that matters. Thank you for sharing this moment with me. This is the moment where we are affecting change. From our integrated affect and beliefs, now fully integrated in our bodies, we now are confident, we are now courageous, we are now creating on a whole new level, something that is beneficial. We're not like, oh, wandering around, poor me, here's my sad story to tell you again and again and again. We all have a sad story. But the benefit is when we now take the wisdom of that story and say, let me share this with you. Let me share this with you so that you too can heal yourself now, this moment in time. You get to decide. The choice is yours. What will you do with this moment in time? The only moment that matters. Are you willing to give up the lament about the past? Shoulda, coulda, didn't. We'll never be able to do that again. Or the, oh my God, anxiously anticipating the future. Wow, I'm so nervous. I'm so scared. I'm so fearful. Ah. Or you come here now. Take a breath. Be grateful for everything. Every up and down. Every windy, twisty, turny road. All the times that I was crawling on my belly like a reptile, all the times that I was in that space and place of victimhood. And move to this moment in time and say, wow, thank you for that. Thank you for that divorce. Thank you for that dis-ease. Thank you for that disaster. Because now I'm strong, powerful. Now I have grist for my mill. Now I have potential and possibility and wisdom because of experience. We'll never choose that again, and we're not absolving anybody's bad behavior. But we're making the choice, the free will, and now using it for potential, for possibility. What do you want now? What do you want now? How about now? And from now, we move into expansion in our shiny new way of being every day, all day long, moving forward. What expansion means is if we are in the mode of expansion, we are positively impacting. We're positively creating. We're positively moving out there into our possibility of who we will become and loving that. Moving into expansion. Moving into expansion, not only through our breath where we expand within our body, But we want to expand in a new potential. We want to move up that scale of consciousness. We want to expand into a new awareness, a new awakeness. How much more awake can I be here in this lifetime, please? So that we can open up to an even greater experience. We chose this lifetime to have these experiences, the good, the bad, the grief, the sadness, the sorrow, the laughter, the joy, the bliss. And our expansion allows us to move more quickly from hell back to heaven. The kingdom of God is within, heaven on earth. You know it. We just have to expect it and accept it. So I'm just so excited that you've made this choice. I'm just so very grateful that you're here now with me. I'm so very delighted that you are choosing to open up to the light, the wisdom, the infinite potential of that this lifetime has to offer. And you are about to experience some amazing, wonderful people that I love dearly. They've impacted my life in a beneficial way, and I know they will yours. And so every day, fill yourself up with the good news that is, all is well. Remember to shine in your life. Most of the teachers have gifts to offer us, some freebies, some meditations, some downloads. Many are making some very reasonably priced offerings for us if you'd like to take advantage of any of that. This work going forward, we never get there. Remember, when we get there, we don't need our breath work practice anymore. And I just want you to know that our intention is pure. We are just so enthusiastic in Theos with God to share this subjective reality, this journey, this very important journey along your pathway to peace of mind, which opens you up to true purpose, who you really are meant to be, but maybe forgot. That opens us up to prosperity beyond belief, prosperity of health and happiness and wealth and just imagination and fun along the way. You get to choose. Thank you for being here. Be well. I'm Lisa Giroux, your host for the All Things Spiritual Telesummit. Namaste.